so many things, like how to love and how to lose and how to choose.
Well, hello everybody. This is Linda Carbonneau, the Executive Director of Life School 101 and Walking Through Life TV show. I am also the fairy godmother of both shows. And today the reason I'm here in my garden is because I would like to share with all of you my fairy garden. But first I'd like to tell you a little bit of story about how I got the idea to do my fairy garden. Well, the first thing is I had a dream. I had a dream that there was children all around playing, and there was little houses and statues and stuff like that, and then little fairies, and they were just having the most wonderful time playing in a garden full of this fairy stuff. So I went, aha! And so 3 years ago, I started my first fairy garden, and I had fairies hanging from the tree and, you know, all over the place, nice plants and stuff. So every year I've been adding more and more stuff to this fairy garden. Cahoots to Recover Store here in White River Junction, because a lot of this fairy stuff came from them. Anyway, I do want to just generally tell you that this has been my passion, another one of my passions besides doing the shows. So first thing I think I want to do is show you the fairy sign when people walk by that they get to see, and I'll show it to you. Welcome to the fairy garden. Take a fairy stone from the pot on the chair, make a wish, and throw it in the pot beside the chair. And maybe the fairies will make them come true. So that's what the sign says, and so people take a stone and they make a wish. Anyway, that's the first part of it. So now I want to go ahead and show you some of the rest of the garden stuff. So I'm going to move the camera around a little bit so you can see. So we're going to start with the very first garden right here, okay? This one here is what I like to call the friendship garden, friendship fairy garden, okay? So, what this one is, right here, if you can see it. Yep, there we go. If you can see that, there you go. Yep. And it has all kinds of little fun stuff in it, you know? So when the children come to play, they can go and, you know, just pick things up and play with them. And then we got some wildflowers in here, and we got a little house, and some frogs. See that? See? And then we also got 2 rose bushes there. There's 2 rose bushes that a friend of mine gave to me. Okay, and next I'm going to go out to the garden a little bit more so I can show you some more stuff. Okay, now I'm going to show you the long garden that goes all the way out to the end of the road, and I'm also going to show you my fairy tree that's got fairies hanging from it, plus it's blooming cherries everywhere. So anyway, here we go with the long stretch of the fairy, and these are all daylilies here, and then I'll switch over to where you can see underneath the tree. Okay. This is where it begins. A long garden, and as you can see, there's full of stuff there. There's daylilies, there's going to be some wildflowers, all kinds of things. It's going to be a really pretty garden this year. Okay, now we're going to switch over to right underneath the tree here. Go slow so you can see everything. See that? And on this side here, we got the bunnies. We got a mushroom over there. Yeah, all kinds of good stuff here. And we also got some hydrangeas. We got some wildflowers going on. Got some mushrooms. All kinds of good stuff. And this is another one that the kids really like to play with. Now I'm going to move over so you can see my favorite part of the garden, which is the fairy houses and stuff. Okay? All right. Oops. Oops. Okay, here we are. This is another section of underneath the tree that I wanted you all to see in the beautiful fairy garden here. And now I'm going to swing around to the very front of the tree if you can see it. See, you got some houses in there. Yeah. And now we'll push up so you can see part of the other garden. Okay. Now one more trip to the other part of the garden. We're going to go in the front where all the fairy houses are, okay? Okay, so here we go. This is where it starts, where the fairy garden begins, when it's making its really good fairy houses and things like that. You got fairy stuff on the bottom here, gnomes, we got a little fairy fountain there, yeah. And we got little houses and a castle. And there's the fairy houses right there, can you see them? Yep, here they come. Those are little fairy houses. These are where the little fairies live. They love it here. Kids love to come and see it. See? All kinds of little fairy houses and, you know. And I don't know if you had a chance to see the gazebo, but there's a gazebo out here and a bird bath, which is really, really pretty. And to the last part of the fairy garden, I want to show you the very last part of the fairy garden, which is the rose bushes. Now those rose bushes here are going to get big. Yellow ones, red ones, little tiny ones, all kinds of them. Plus there's going to be wildflowers all over the place. Here's the last garden coming up. There you go. There we go. That is where all the rose bushes are going to be. So hang around now, and I'll come over and talk to you again. Well, hello. I hope you enjoy the little tour of the fairy garden today. I love this place. The kids love it. The adults love it. Everybody has fun, and every year I add more. Anyway, I do want to bring somebody in. My husband, my darling husband Ted. We're going to be doing our wedding vows over again on June 7th. I hope we can find you there. Come on over, Ted.
Hi, this is Ted.
It's my honey.
Yeah.
We're going to get remarried.
Getting remarried June 7th.
Yeah. How many years married?
20.
20 years married. Wow. Yeah. Anyway, if any of you want to come and check out the fairy garden, you come to White River Junction, you go down South Main Street to 304 South Main Street, and you can't miss it. There's a big tree outside of the, as you walk down the street or whatever you're going to do. Anyway, we hope that you enjoyed the show today, and I hope you can use your imagination to come up with something like this for yourself, or some way of spreading some kind of kindness to children and adults so that they can have an opportunity to enjoy it even more. Making wishes is one of those things, you know. And can you imagine, this all came from a dream, just one little dream that I had, and it just started, and it grows and it grows and it grows, you know. People love it here. Anyway, this is Linda Carboneau, executive producer of Life 101 and Fairy Godmother, and executive producer and host of Walking Through Life TV show. And don't forget Mary Adams, she co-hosts Life 101 with me too. Anyway, this is Linda Carboneau, and we are saying goodbye.
Ted, goodbye.
Oh, you're not in there. Get in there. There.
Ted, goodbye.
Ted said goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. See you next time at the Fairy Garden.
Walking through this life of mine, well, it's teaching me so many things, like how to love and how to lose and how to choose.
Okay? Let me show. Let me hold it and show it to you. See if you can see it. Can you see that? There we go. And what it says is, welcome to the fairy garden. Make a wish and welcome to the fairy garden. Take a fairy stone, make a wish, and the fairies may make them come through. And then, no, wait a minute. I did it wrong again. Sorry, let's try this again. So welcome to the fairy garden. Ah, crap. Number 2. Okay, got it. Number 2. Okay.